Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Well, hello there. Another beautiful fall day. This is John Frenaye and your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. It is Wednesday, October 18th. Big news out of Prince George's County today as a grand jury returned a hate crime indictment against a Severna Park man, Sean Urbanski, who's accused of stabbing to death Bowie State University student Lieutenant Richard W. Collins III on the University of Maryland College Park campus. Prince George County State Attorney Angela Also Brooks announced the indictment, and she is also seeking a sentence of life without parole for Sean Urbanski, who is white. Based on the digital evidence gathered by the FBI and county police, she said she was satisfied that the stabbing rose to the level of a hate crime, and she said, quote, "What we are saying is that Lieutenant Collins was killed because of his race." Urbanski is a former University of Maryland student, and he was indicted in July on 1 count of common law murder following the May 20th stabbing attack that claimed the life of Collins, who was 23. The hate crime charge, because it resulted in a death, carries the possibility of an additional 20 years beyond the life without parole sentence that Also Brooks announced. Sean Urbanski is scheduled to go on trial in January of 2018. We're famous, kind of. It's funny, the Capital newspaper rarely will reference any other local media source, much less link to them, but they did yesterday. The Maryland Crabs did a podcast with Gavin Buckley earlier in March when he was running for mayor, and he still is, obviously. And he had mentioned that just some idea that he might have is put a Ferris wheel down on City Dock. And Mayor Mike Panelides had sent out a mailer and created a video website called gavinsferriswheel.com. Pretty much saying what a stupid idea that was. The Capital did a big story on it, and nobody is really sure whether Gavin was serious on this or not. And it can go both ways. It's kind of funny. Check out the article in the Capital today. It's called "A Downtown Ferris Wheel Divides the Annapolis Mayoral Candidates." You can check out that episode at themarylandcrabs.com, and you can check out the mayor's video that he created at gavinsferriswheel.com. The old saying goes, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Well, Tony Strong-Pratt's not fat, but she's not done singing yet. The candidate who lost the Ward 4 primary election by 17 votes is willing to take the seat if her supporters are successful in mounting a write-in campaign for the candidate. I met with Pratt yesterday at 49 West on West Street, and I think everybody should go to 49 West on West Street. They've got great food, great people, real chill place to be. And she said she's not officially filing to run as a write-in candidate, but is certainly not going to turn down the seat if she won it. 17 votes separated her from Sheila Finlayson, the incumbent. And when I talked to Pratt about her supporters, she said most of them are residents of public housing, Woodside Gardens, Newtown 20, and they feel largely ignored by the city and their elected alderwoman. Pratt told me they don't even know who she is. But for now, she's not campaigning per se, but she is making sure that people get out and vote. She tells people that they can make a difference, that it won't be swift, but piece by piece it will happen, and they do not need to accept the status quo. When pushed directly, if she was campaigning, she says she tells people to vote for who they feel will serve them best, and if that's me, I'm fine with that. Sheila Finlayson has something to look out for on November 7th. Usually when a police officer sticks a breathalyzer in your mouth, it's not a good thing. But you know what? On Saturday, October 21st from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., it just might be. The city of Annapolis is running another one of their Know Your Limit programs from 9 to 11:30 in the area of the Market House downtown. And the Know Your Limit program's a program that was established by Mayor Michael Panelides last year, and it's really just police officers offering free breathalyzer tests and distributing literature concerning drunk driving and providing literature and information about available alternatives in Annapolis. For this event, the police department is teaming up with the Annapolis Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition to educate people about binge drinking. And according to 2016 Maryland Young Adult Survey on Alcohol, half of the 18 to 25-year-olds who drink are binge drinking and don't even realize it. The Know Your Limit program is not intended as a scare tactic. The police are not out there to make arrests or look for drunk people. However, if somebody does need medical attention, obviously they will assist them there. And if somebody comes up and is with an open container, there may be an arrest or something along those lines. But typically, if you're out having a good time and you're not quite sure whether you're drunk, stop by, say hello to a cop. They're really friendly. They're really nice. Saturday night, October 21st, 9 to 11:30 at the Market House. And just a quick reminder, make sure you're subscribing to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief and you're telling your friends about it. 10 minutes will give you all the local news you need to know, along with local sports from Kevin Chaney, local weather from George Young at DMV Weather, opinion, and much, much more. Hey, and if you ever wanted to voice your own opinion, give us a call or an email, info@eyeonannapolis.net, and we can get you to do your own recorded opinion piece.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather. Here's your Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, October 18th. We have settled into a very nice overall pattern in Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County as high pressure controls the skies above and delivers sunny skies and stable air to our region with very comfortable days and seasonably cool nights. And this pattern should continue for several days to come. For today, we specifically posted a target high temp on our website last night of 67 degrees for downtown Annapolis and 69 degrees for BWI Airport. And we expect low temps overnight to be in the 40s and 50s across the region. And the deal for the rest of the week and through the weekend only gets better as we start to see 70 to 75 degrees each day from Thursday through Sunday, with more nights of 40s and 50s. So let's enjoy it while it lasts out there, because it'll be dark at 4:30 p.m. and snowing before we know it. So be sure to get out and about as much as possible now through the end of Sunday. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free app by searching for DCMDVA Weather in your app store. And also be sure to follow us 24/7, 365 on our website at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Remember, whatever the weather out there, have fun and be safe.
You know, the Eye on Annapolis Daily is possible in part because of the incredibly generous support of Ram's Head on Stage. Ram's Head, where every seat is less than 48 feet from the stage, brings more than 400 concerts a year to the area, both at Ram's Head on Stage on West Street, as well as Maryland Hall, St. John's Key Auditorium, and other venues in the area. To wet your whistle, check out some of these upcoming shows this week. This Thursday at Maryland Hall, Randy Newman, prolific composer and musical satirist. There are still tickets available. Friday night, the comedy of Screech. Yes, Screech, from Saved by the Bell. Dustin Diamond will be in Annapolis for the latest installment of the Ram's Head Laughs and Drafts comedy series. And on Saturday and Sunday, the smooth stylings of multi-platinum seller Jeffrey Osborne will return to Ram's Head on Stage. Tickets are still available, and you can get yours at ramsheadonstage.com, or if you want to go old school, head on down to their box office at 33 West Street in the heart of beautiful downtown Annapolis. And for a guaranteed great night out on the town, ramsheadonstage.com.
If you're looking for local sports, it's right here, right now on the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief.
Hey everybody, Kevin Chaney here with your Wednesday edition of Eye on Sports, and we're jumping right into high school action. In varsity field hockey, North County was at Severna Park. Severna Park won 10-1. Old Mill was at Arundel. Arundel won 4-0. Jumping over to boys varsity soccer, Arundel was at Northeast. Arundel won 5-2. Chesapeake at Broadneck. Chesapeake won the close game 1-0. Southern at South River. South River won 4-0. Glen Burnie at Meade. Meade won 3-0. Severna Park at North County. Severna Park won 2-0. And Old Mill at Annapolis. Old Mill won 1-0. Over to varsity girls soccer, Glen Burnie was at Meade, and Glen Burnie won the very close game 3-2. Severna Park at North County, another really close game. Severna Park won 12-0. Southern at South River was a tie 1-1. Arundel at Northeast. Northeast won 2-0. In varsity girls volleyball, South River was at Southern. South River won 3-0. Meade at Glen Burnie. Meade won 3-0. Annapolis at Old Mill. Old Mill won 3-2. Broadneck at Arundel. Arundel won 3-0. At North County at Severna Park. Severna Park won 3-0. In Major League Baseball action, the New York Yankees beat the Houston Astros 6-4 in New York last night to even the ALCS at 2 games apiece. The LA Dodgers are 1 game away from the World Series after beating the Chicago Cubs 6-1. And in NHL action, the Washington Capitals lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-0. That's all I got for you today. I'm Kevin Chaney. This has been your Eye on Sports.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.